And welcome to another live unboxing. Good to see everybody. It's Andrew back again here with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra in the studio. We just got delivery of it today. I have the tablet and I have the keyboard cover here. We'll get into that. We're going to show it and compare it a little bit, obviously, tonight to the Lenovo Tab Extreme that I've been using for the past month or so. So we'll get into that as well. Of course, Tim Shadler saying it's out of stock everywhere. Of course, that has been the issue, keeping that in stock. It's been a very popular device, I guess. Got a lot of views on it, so definitely is popular. Good to see you, Tim. Let's see what Samsung has to offer. So it's going to go head-to-head with it, right? We're looking at a very similar display screen-wise in terms of the size. We're looking at 14.6 inches. I think the Lenovo's 14.5 inches. So we're going to get that onto the stream here tonight. But let's get it out of the box. But we first have to wait for a few people to file in. I didn't give a lot of advance notice. Wasn't sure if I was going to go to live tonight. A lot of stuff going on. I did receive a lot of products today, actually. The Dell Inspiron Plus 7630, I believe, came into the studio. The new one here for 2023. So I'm going to have to do that one. I have the a lot of other devices. I got these devices came in. I've got the Galaxy Z Flip 5. Maybe we have time, we'll unbox it. I don't know. We'll see how this goes tonight. And then we have a whole bunch of other products. Excuse me. Hopefully I'll be okay because the air conditioning, one of my units, we have 2 units in this house, and the downstairs unit, which covers the studio, is on the fritz. So I think it's okay for now, but if it gets too crazy, too hot, and I start sweating like bullets or whatever, we may have to cut it short. We'll see. So far, it's okay. I think it's working okay, but we're going to have to replace that unit at some point. All right, can I compare the Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra and the Lenovo Tab Extreme? Absolutely. I have the Tab Extreme right here, and I've been using this. I've been loving it for the past month or so, and I think this keyboard cover, this setup makes all the difference in the world with this, and you can see it here. This has the pen, of course, the Precision Pen 2 or whatever they're calling it. This could also fit on the back here to charge. Of course, you can fit it on the bottom there. So we're gonna talk more about this later on again, but let's get this new Samsung out of the box. But we're gonna compare it to this. This has been fantastic. Hopefully they'll get more in stock very soon. All right, so let's bring this over here and let's put it over here. So before we get this out, yeah, that's going to be horrible, Keyboard G. 99 degrees and baking. Oh, that's not good to hear. But I'm okay. It's about 79, 80 degrees here in the studio. Although I don't want to push it below that because of the compressors acting up. Hopefully we can get through this without any issues. All right, so let's take a look at the specs before we get it out of the box, as we always do. This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. This is the new one here for 2023. It's got a 14.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display. I think I called it Super AMOLED, but it's the dynamic AMOLED 2X. 120 hertz refresh rate, HDR10+. It's a resolution of 2960 by 1848. Running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It's a 4-nanometer chipset, and it's running Android 13 with the One UI 5.1. 12 gigabytes or 16, depending on which unit you go with as far as the memory. Storage is anywhere from 256, 512 to 1 terabyte of UFS storage. It's got a smaller battery than the Tab Extreme, or rather the Lenovo Tab Extreme, right? That's 12,500 or something like that. This has 11,200, or it could be 12,300. I don't remember, but this is definitely smaller. We're going to compare a battery when we go head to head. Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3, and then we'll get a size and everything. We're going to measure it as well as that moves over to the next panel. 732 grams for the tablet alone, or 1.61 kilograms. We're looking at a very thin device. We're going to look at that in a moment, obviously. It's got some nice cameras on the front and back for a tablet. And of course, you could pick it up over at Samsung.com. Link for those interested is in the description below. For those interested, check it out. There's the Tab S9, the S9 Plus, and what we have here, the S9 Ultra, which is their beast. All right, so let's take that off the screen here. And good to see Raphael here. Good to see Keyboard G, as I said earlier. Nam Nguyen, can you compare this Galaxy? I said, yes, we're going to do that. Tim Shadlery said hello. We said Raphael. Good to say aloha to Reynald. And Dr. B just received his. Screen is stunning. Yeah, I'm expecting it to be great. And Black Cell is looking to replace his refurbished Microsoft Surface tablet. So this might be one to consider. All right. So we have 44 of you. Without further ado, you know this drill, folks. Let's get this out of the box. Oh, we don't need to use this. I always forget there's tabs there. I don't like these tabs. Yeah, these tabs suck. Let me get my knife. So much easier. Finally. All right. Okay, we got that over here. Wow, this is really thin. Holy smokes, look at this. This thing is super thin. I didn't realize how thin this was going to be. I always forget how thin. This is going to be, I think, thinner than the Tab Extreme. We get your S Pen here. You can see that right there. And of course, I like the S Pen. You can take notes and so forth. That's always great. Let's put that to the side. Okay, and let's see what else we get here. We get a SIM ejection tool. That's going to access the micro SD card slot. And some documentation, I'm sure, inside here. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, some quick start guide, terms and conditions. You know, standard stuff, I guess. And then we get this box over here. And this one has your USB Type-C cable. So that is that. And I think that's it. No charger. No charger. Is that possible? Am I right with that? No charger? Can't be. There has to be a charger. Did they do away with the charger, guys, from last year? In the S8 Ultra? Because that sucks. That can't be. No, I guess it is. That is the case. Wow. All right, let's put this over here. And then this is the keyboard cover. We'll get to your comments and questions in a moment. Wow, I'm not happy. Is there really no charger for this in the box? Wow. I'm a little pissed off, to be honest. At $1,100, no charger. I didn't remember that being the case. Was that the case last year? Because you certainly get one with the Tab Extreme from Lenovo. That would suck. Well, it does would. It does suck. All right. Wow. I'm not happy. Those little things, you know, skimping, nickel and diming the customer. Just, you know, Apple started that crap and now this shit. All right. So this is the keyboard. And by the way, it says book cover keyboard slim. I think there might be some other variations of this, but this is the one I think this one came free with my order. So not too bad. I think it's normally $199. I think it's way overpriced for what it is. Now with the Tab Extreme that I have with Lenovo's version of their tablet, that one came bundled. I think I paid about $1,000, $1,050 or something like that. All right, let's take a look here. I'm a little pissed off, to be honest, when I saw there's no charger in there. Okay, so let's see. I hope this is going to be okay. I mean, I got used to that keyboard with the Lenovo, and I can tell you right away, this looks nice, but it's not going to be as good, having used this similar one in the past. Feels pretty good. A little shallow, but that's pretty good. You got a place for the pen over here. We'll get that in a moment. So this is the keyboard. You can see it here. Pretty good. All right, so let's take the tablet out. Oh, she's a beauty. Wow. So this is incredibly thin. Wow. So you can see that that's the graphite, and you can see it here, and you can get a look at that graphite color right there. So the pen will stick magnetically over here. Oops. And I believe you can put it in either direction. Yeah, see, it sticks like that right there. So that's the pen. And this will stick onto the keyboard cover. Let's take a look here. So the pogo pins are there. It's a pretty beautiful tablet, I gotta tell you. It's pretty nice. And then pretty nice secure connection. And there it goes. So you can see it here. I don't know how many angles this gives me. Does anybody know? So you can do it like that, and then like that. So you can see it there. Pretty nice. And then you have something to type on, pretty sturdy. This is the slim keyboard. And then if I put it up like that, and then this one puts it up. I think I don't know how many angles there are. Let's see. Hold on. I'll tell you what, I do prefer the keyboard cover on the Lenovo. Am I doing this right? Okay, this goes like that. Oh, I see. Okay, so this has to be, or am I just being stupid tonight? This is ridiculous. Okay, hold on. There we go. Does this stay like that? Okay, so I don't know how many angles it's supposed to have, but whatever. That's it. All right, let's get a look here with this one. So we have the Lenovo here. Doing all informal tonight. Good to see Duck Vision here. I'll catch up on the chat. So here you can see the differences. So this keyboard is a lot bigger and more laptop-like than this one. I can tell you that right away. The other thing missing on this particular one, there's no touchpad. I just realized this one has touchpad, a little bit small, but it's actually worked out pretty well. All right, so that's this difference. Now, when I want to look at these tablets, let's take this one off the keyboard cover. Let's put that over there and take a look at this one. We can take a look at them. And there you can see that this detachable kickstand. I like the versatility of this, but this one's pretty gorgeous, I can tell you. Very similar in terms of the thickness. You can see it there. What do you think? Let me know. And then if I put these side by side with this one here, we'll see. So very similar of thickness. Wow. I didn't realize how thin this Lenovo was. But when you look at them side by side, that's the deal here, okay? Now you can see that this one, the Lenovo, is a little bit taller, I guess, in a sense. Or you can see it's a little bit, there's a little difference there. You can see it there. And then on the bottom, you can see the pogo pins for the Samsung. And then on this side, you can see the difference between these two. It's pretty nice. Let me, if I can get into focus there. It's pretty nice. Okay, so very, very nice. Gorgeous display on both of these, I'm sure. We'll get this one turned on in a moment. Let's bring this back. and very nice. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is the tablet. All right. So here you can see only one Type-C port. This has two. This has one. Speaker grill. And then on the top, you get your volume rocker up and down. And then, of course, your power button right there. And then that's it, folks. I don't see anything else. The only other thing is a micro SD card reader right there. Okay, so I don't know why they didn't give us a charger. I guess they're trying to make you buy one, I guess. I don't know. Not really sure. All right, so let's turn it on. Let me put it in its keyboard case here. I don't know. I'm not crazy about this keyboard cover. If I would have had to buy this as actual purchase, I would not be happy, I don't think. Now, I bought this, by the way. I didn't think I made that clear. This was not sent over by Samsung. And so I'm not, they're not paying me. They're not giving me a review unit. They don't even return my emails anymore. And I did get invited to the last event, not to Korea, but they're not even they don't want to know who the hell I am, to be honest. So there you go. All right, that's turning on. No charger in the box. And I don't even have a compatible charger in my home. What the F, Samsung? Yeah, good question. But I can tell you, I have a lot of lights here. This screen is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Wow. So that is pretty nice. I can tell you it's super bright. All right, let's start. Let me get the pen. I'm not crazy about this keyboard cover, to be honest with you. Already, I'm not happy. And does this even have a backlight? Does anybody know, does this keyboard have a backlight? That's something else that I think is missing. Let me know. I don't think this has a backlight. All right. So let me set this thing up. Okay. Okay, agree to that bullshit. Okay, there we go. Easy setup with another device. I'm going to set up manually. I'm not going to do that. Okay, let me choose my network. Let me put it on me. Good to see just Josh here. All right. So this keyboard is nice, but there's a few downsides to it already. Number one, on this one, there's no touchpad. Okay, no touchpad here. Let me bump up the camera a little bit. Okay. And here, the other thing is there's no backlight that I can see on this. So that's a little different from the Lenovo that we have here. All right, so this is doing that. Good to see everybody. A lot of studio lights here. So this is a glossy display, but I can tell you it's a pretty gorgeous display in person. This is that dynamic AMOLED 2X display. Everybody check out, of course, I'm sure you're all pretty much subscribed to Josh's channel by now, I'm sure. And we get our first super chat from our good friend, Duck Vision. All right. Thank you, Duck Vision. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate that. I think Raphael prefers the Lenovo. We'll see. We'll see. Now, one thing I like about the Samsung, of course, is going to be DeX. That the DeX gives it a lot of functionality you'd find in a laptop. And DeX has gotten progressively better over time. Raphael says there's a version of the keyboard with the touchpad and the backlight. Yeah, that's not the one I have. So I think this is a slim one. There is one, I think, with all the bells and whistles. So I'm not going to ding them for that. But actually, this is a pretty nice keyboard, for what it is. Would I pay $200 for that? No, thank you. No, thank you. Good to see Raphael. Oh, well, Raphael, I saw you already. And thank you for the super chat. All right. All right, I'm going to put it on me for a moment. I'm going to set up my Google account here. So just give me a second. It's a little shallow, but it's a pretty nice keyboard. I got to tell you, it's got nice feeling to it, like a good tactility, but a little bit shallow. And let me put in here, yada, yada, yada. Screen is gorgeous. Wow. The brightness is good on this. All right, let me put in my password. Okay. And it's going to give me two-factor authentication. Let's get that set up here on my Pixel Fold. I'll use that. Yes, there we go. Okay. Agree. Does Lenovo offer trade-ins like Samsung for like the phones and stuff? I don't know about that. That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think I've noticed that. Like you could trade in, like with this, I could trade in a phone, something that's been lying around, an old tablet, an old iPad, which of course I did with this one. We'll see. But Samsung's been a little sketchy with their trade-in program, playing a lot of games with that over the years. I've had my issues with them. I've documented that with you guys. So pretty interesting. All right, I can use face recognition here. So let's continue. So I have to set up a pin. So let me put it on me for a second. Okay. Now it's registering my face. Okay, that was pretty seamless. And then let's continue. All right. Very responsive. This screen is absolutely gorgeous. Let me agree to that. Agree to that. Let me see if I plug this in, if you can actually see through DeX. And of course, it's on the opposite side. Of course. Let's see what happens. It's connected to an external display. Headphone lock, whatever, got it. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. Oh, yes, you can. All right, so nice to be able to connect that up. Automatically skip that. Let's see, skip. I'll go through all this crap later on. Choose my display. I'm a big dark mode guy. I'm going to choose dark mode. And I'm all set up, so let's finish that. Okay. I don't think, Raphael, I don't think they have it. Start DeX. We could start DeX. Let's start DeX for why not? And this is DeX mode, folks. So DeX will allow you to use this like a computer, right? So interesting. I think what you're seeing here is a secondary display because I'm moving this. If you see what I'm doing here, I'm actually moving this. So I don't know why that's not doing it, but I'll have to play with that. Let me take it out of the DeX mode. Let me take it out. Okay, how do I get out of this crap? Hold on. Double tap to close the touchpad. Okay. All right, I'm going to take it out of the DeX mode. We're going to play with the DeX later. So let me put it on me for a second here. Just trying to get my bearings on here. Okay. So we can see what I got here. So this is 120 hertz. I got to make sure we go in the settings and so forth to see what's going on. You can see here that this is the display. So it's very nice. I mean, it's a beautiful display. Let's go to the settings over here. And you can see here, this is Android, about tablet. Android, we're looking at, let's see, there's a software update, but I want to see about tablet. Looking for software update, reset, battery information, software information. So it looks like One UI version 5.11, Android 13, and so that's been pretty good. And then I'm sure it has all the security updates it's going to download, all that crap. All right, so that's pretty nice. So overall, pretty good. All right, I want to see how it looks with this. So this is the Samsung. We can unplug that for a moment. So okay, so you can see here, a lot of lights here, so just bear with me. You can see these two. Getting it in focus. All right, so these two are side by side. So 14.6 inch, 14.5 inch. They're both very bright. I think this one is supposed to be brighter. We're going to do measurements, of course. And this one, So this keyboard is a little different. This one has the touchpad, this doesn't, but there is a version that does have the backlight, that does have the touchpad. I don't have that one. This is the freebie that they gave away as a promotion, I guess. So yeah, it is a beautiful screen. So it's Pierre got the regular Tab S9. It's amazing. Yeah, so it's pretty nice so far. But it's a big tablet, but I got used to the big tablet with this bad boy. So pretty nice. All right, let's take it off the keyboard cover for now. And let's put this over here. And what we're seeing here, let's see how this comes in with the face recognition. Worked like a charm. And here you can see it. So very fluid, very smooth. You can see here the pen, boom. This is the 120 hertz. And it's showing. So this is a dynamic refresh rate, I believe. So if we go to the settings, we can go into the display. So these are the display. It says adaptive brightness is off. That's good. Motion smoothness, adaptive. So this will switch between the different rates. I guess it goes between 60 and 120. And then standard would just put it down to 120. We'll keep it on the adaptive and for now, and that's how it'll look. But so far, it's pretty gorgeous. Now, there is a little notch here, as you can see here. We're going to get a measurement, Raphael. I see you're asking about that. So there's the dual, I think, to 12 megapixel cameras with that little notch cut out. You don't get that on the Lenovo tablet, but we're going to test the camera and everything in the upcoming review. So there's the navigation bar, obviously down there. But if I want to do gestures only, I could do the swipe gestures. So if I click that, that gets rid of that. So I actually prefer that. I'm not a big fan of and if I want to do swipe gestures, you could do that. Or you can go back and then you can put the gestures and all that stuff. So if we go to display and you can do all that. So the taskbar, navigation bar, and then you can do buttons if you want. So those are your choices. Buttons come back over there. All right, let's just keep it for now. All right. So yeah, the notch is definitely noticeable. You see it right there. We'll take a look at the camera. So regular S9 has dynamic AMOLED 2X screen as well. I think that's a big difference this time, Ginny, than last time. So that's been pretty good as we have 71 of you watching. But here's the thing, folks. 71 of you are watching, but only 28 likes. So I guess you guys don't like this is what that's the gist I'm getting out of this, right? Maybe you don't want me to do it. Let me just do something here. Let me change the display timeout settings. So if I go here, let's go to display. So we go here and then screen timeout is set for 30 seconds. Let's do it for 5 minutes. That'll definitely take care of that because I don't want it to keep dimming during this live stream. So there you go. All right, let's take a look at the camera real quick, the front-facing camera. So if I choose that, so right now that's the rear camera, and I'll connect it up here so you can see, but you can actually sort of see it here. Let me bring this cable here. Hold on, and then you can tell me if you think it's good. There, it's loaded up, and so far, I can choose, you can see it here, it looks pretty nice. I could do natural or warm tone for your selfies. So this is the front-facing camera, and they are dual 12 megapixel cameras. So let me know what you think about it. If I do warm, I just switched it to warm, and this is natural. Let's just keep it on natural. Video, we can change it to video here, and right now it's on full HD, but I can go all the way up to 4K. This is the high resolution, okay? And then I can do, that's 4K 30. You can do FHD 30, that's 1080p. That's the default resolution, by the way. And I'm sure there's other stuff here. You got the photo mode here. And, you could do all sorts of things. Samsung bakes a lot of stuff. Now, this is the portrait mode. Here you can see it blurs the background. Okay, you can see that it blurs the background. And let's just take a photo right now. And this is what the photo looks like. And you see how you could change the background effect. So let's allow that. So I could change that. You could do blur, and I can actually change the strength of the blur. So this is less and this is more. So all the way up to 7. 7 is the most. This is 5, 4. So pretty interesting. And that's the blur. So that's pretty good. Price, by the way, John Kenny's asking price. We're looking at $11.99, but with trade-ins and so forth, it becomes much less. So I can apply that to the photo. And there you go. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back to the camera. Very nice. Now, this is the other side, and I'm going to show you my messy. You can see here, and I can show you. Okay, you can see the Lenovo Tab Extreme here. And you can see it there. All right, so this is set to, let's go to video. So if we do video, and then I can do, you can do up to 4K 30. So this would be 4K 30, and I want to see this tablet. You can see a little bit of a mess there. Daily board, I hit the wrong button, of course. There it is. There's the keyboard. There's the side of the Lenovo Tab Extreme. So there you can see my mess here. Here you can see my Rodecaster Pro, my A10 Mini Extreme ISO. Very, very nice. And then again, you could always go back to the front. So looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I like it so far. Camera looks pretty decent. Again, I'm not going to be taking too many photos or videos with a tablet, to be honest with you. But if you are in that, need and you want to have something in a pinch, you want to get a photo or video, you can. It's there. It's an option. Okay. So that's been pretty good. All right. So that is the front of it, of course. And then for those that want to see the back, here's the back. This is the gray, or the graphite, I should say. Now, it does come in beige as well. So pretty nice. Now, this has got the Snapdragon Gen 2, right? The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or something like that. And that's supposed to be a big improvement over last year's model. Now, this one, the Lenovo, I should say, is running the Dimensity 9000 processor. So maybe we can do Geekbench on this one and see what kind of score we can get. Maybe we can do that right now. So if I go to the Play Store and I search for, let's go Geekbench, choose Geekbench there, and we can do install. And we can probably just get a nice quick and dirty run on it as that's downloading. And what I love about this Lenovo, this gives you a little kickstand here. And that kickstand is really handy when you don't want to use it with the keyboard case. So that kickstand is independent of the case here. So I don't need that. I can just use it as is. Okay. Let me do the time. Let me change the timeout on this one as well. So if I go to the settings there and we go to display. Now, as far as updates and so forth, I would rely more on this one of getting more updates than this one, although there have been some updates on this one for the Lenovo. So that's been pretty good. I do have it for 5 minutes. So let's just do 10 minutes. All right. So let's open this. And then for this one, let's go to Geekbench. Okay. And we can, I think this will have a better processor, to be honest with you. All right. And then we can do, let's run the CPU test. So I can even remove this. We don't need the kickstand. And we can have them both lying flat. So we could put them over here. Let's run the CPU. Let's run the CPU. And you're going to see 14.5, 14.6 inches. How do you like it so far? So far, we have 71 of you. We only have 43 likes, but what the hell? We'll do it anyway. If you guys, people don't even care about it, they don't care about it. Well, this keeps going off. Let's try that again. Dirty screen. I've been using it. This has been getting a lot of use. By the way, the speakers on this have been very good. We're going to do a sound comparison in just a moment. That's one thing I wanted to test on this. These are the AKG tuned quad speakers. What did I say this had? This had, I think, was it 6 or 8? I think this is 8 speakers. So I don't know which is going to sound better. My guess would be this one, but you never know. Samsung does a good job with their speakers. Apple does an incredible job with their iPads and so forth. So Raphael likes the kickstand. He likes this tablet overall. I think the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, the overclocked SG-A2 version. So I don't know. I'm expecting this to do better than the Dimensity 9000, but we'll see. We're running the same here. Now, I think this one that I have, I don't think I have the 16 gigabytes. I think this is the 12, but I'll double check that again. And then this one has, I think, 12, right? This has a slightly bigger battery than this one. I believe this one has 12,000, I think 300, and this one has 11,000, I think 200 or something to that effect. Let me see. We'll bring up the specs here. 11,200, right. So that is what this one has. We also have to do a measurement of weight, by the way. I forgot to do that. Samsung also has a kickstand similar to Lenovo on the higher end keyboard. Yeah, I got to get a hold of that. Of course, Samsung didn't send me any of this. I purchased these with my own money. So this is what came as a throw-in, I guess. Retail is $199 for the keyboard cover, but with this pre-order, I guess I got it as thrown in. I didn't have to pay extra for it. Samsung's got the AKG audio, according to Isaac Lopez. Yes, they're AKG tuned. I believe Samsung owns AKG, right? So that makes a lot of sense. Bezels are slightly larger on Lenovo. Yeah, you can see it here, right? You can see it here. The bezels are a little bit. I'll get to a white background. It'll show it a little bit easier. Okay. But so far, looking pretty good. But this Geekbench takes a while, but that's both of them, right? So Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, Dimensity 9000 from MediaTek on the Lenovo. Yeah, I don't, Samsung doesn't, I don't, you know what, Raphael, I'm over it. I'm over Microsoft. I'm over Samsung. They don't give it to us. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We do it our way, right? We get it anyway. Nothing's stopping me, right? So nothing's going to stop me. All right, while this is waiting for this result, I got to tell you, this display here is very beautiful. Now, I do have a lot of light, so just take that into consideration. But the bezels are thin. I think a slightly thinner, not much, but slightly thinner than the Lenovo Tab Extreme, which is the one on the right. So pretty cool stuff. You know it, Raphael. You know how we roll here. Okay, so Ginny's saying this is the overclocked version. Okay, so it'd be better. The best of Qualcomm versus MediaTek, according to Ginny. I'm expecting this to do better, but you never know. The MediaTek has performed very, very well. This Dimensity 9000 has really surpassed a lot of my expectations, to be honest. Sujay is saying, Andrew, Samsung Galaxy Book 3 Pro 360 16 versus the MacBook Air M2 speakers. Oh, the MacBook Air 2 is going to have better speakers, if you're looking just for speakers. So I've tested that. Very impressive. Samsung's good speakers, but they're not as good as the Mac. The MacBook Pros are amazing. MacBook Air is very good as well. Dimensity might be fast enough, even if not the fastest in the world. Oh, it's certainly this tablet that I've been using for the past month or so, and I've done my unboxing, I've done my review. They can't keep these in stock, by the way, as far as this tablet. And there's a good reason for it. You get a lot of bang for the buck. Now, the thing I got with this, I got the keyboard case, got the kickstand, got the pen, of course. It comes everything all in. I think I paid with on sale like $1,050, $1,049 plus tax here in Nevada. A tremendous deal when you consider it. This one, they threw in the keyboard, the slim keyboard. I didn't get the regular keyboard, so we'll see. Tim, Apple makes some good speakers. Yeah, they do make some great speakers. There's no question about it. So we're going to get a result first from this one. So 1962 versus and a 5511. We're still waiting on the Dimensity. I think I started this one a little bit earlier. Or no, I restarted it. I think I hit some button. So that's the reason why this came a little bit faster. I had to restart it. So let's just wait for this. It's 81% done. But 1962 is a very good single core score. And 5511 is another good score. And it's Pierre, by the way, is bringing up another good point. Water and dust resistant this time around on the Samsung, plus the new chipset on the Samsung makes this the best Android tablet on the market. Well, it's certainly got an extremely gorgeous look and display. There's no doubt about it. And a very good processor so far. So it's got 8 cores, according to this. And it's got... it's an ARM-based processor, obviously, and these are some of the numbers. I'll take a screenshot of all this. I'll put it in the review. But 1962 single-core, 5511 multi-core. Not a bad deal here. And this is going to upload the result right now. And this one did 1602, not quite as good, 4327. Very good result, by the way, but this is a better result so far. New viewer here, I am Ian15. Got the regular tab, so love it so far. The only problem is I have that my charging bricks here only charge the tablet at 10 watts, even though it supports 20 watts and 33 watts. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't have any watts because they didn't include one in the box. So that's kind of shitty on Samsung's part. That's kind of bullshit. I'm sorry to curse people, but it is pissing me off that I'm spending $1,100 plus tax and not to get a charger in the box. That doesn't seem right to me. So what's the deal, right? That's not a good thing. So Samsung is better than Lenovo in my opinion. Well, it's more than just a processor, right? You got an overall package, price to performance ratio, and yada, yada, yada. So these are the results here. So there it is. So let me take a screenshot. Let me see if I can just do it like we normally do. Let's see. I just took one there. And then I've already benchmarked this a number of times. Well, let's just take it again. And I got it there. So those are the 2 screenshots. Can we equalize the Samsung Galaxy Tab 9 Ultra's upper camera notch while watching Netflix and Prime? I'm going to have to test all that. This is a little unsightly, to be honest. They put this in the notch. There's no notch on here. They put it in the bezel there. This does dip in a little bit. It's not a terrible notch, to be honest with you. But it is not great either. So let's call it like we see it. You can see it there. And I'm not a fan. Look, I'm not a fan of the notch on the iPhone. So, or the dynamic island is what they're calling it. It's a feature, people. It's a feature. That's all I can tell you. All right. So again, this is the, what do they call this? Storm gray. And then this is the graphite. So you can see the back of these two. You can see the antenna lines here. See, Raphael can live with the notch. Okay, it's not bad. Louise Young is saying, Samsung has the worst resale value for a phone. I don't waste money on it. They certainly don't hold their value like Apple. I agree on that. But they make good products. So this has Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and 100% recycled aluminum chassis, according to that. This is all metal, all aluminum, I'm assuming. It's got the cameras on the back. We looked at the cameras. I'll give you examples in the upcoming review. Pretty nice. I got to tell you, it's pretty nice. We took a little bit look at DeX earlier. So if I want to bring up DeX, I can bring up DeX. So let's see here. There's DeX. And so now I could probably use my Z Fold 4 or whatever, Z Flip 5 I have here. I'm going to unbox that. And so forth. So if I want to go to Google, I have a floating window. I can move it around. If I want to use the pen, I can use the pen. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. I like this. This makes it more Windows-like, right? More like a desktop that you can do it. And then you want to do the internet, so you can have another floating window, continue. and then you have another internet, and boom. So I can resize them. So makes it a lot easier. Now, the other thing I can do, I can also do split screen, right? So if I put this, that snaps there. And then if I want another one, I can go here. Boom, snap screen. So I have one panel here, or I don't know what happened to the other one, but you get the drift. I'll play around with it when I'm not in DeX mode and so forth, but pretty interesting altogether. So you can manipulate, you can do a lot of things, and then you could do full screen. You can snap it full screen. I don't need this tablet at all, but geez, I do want it according to Abraham Roberts. Yeah, I don't need it either, obviously, but I got to tell you, I'm impressed with it. It's pretty nice. I got to admit that. It's pretty nice. And then if I want to go there, boom. And then if I want to exit the DeX, I don't know if there's a easier way to exit, but I'll just go in, let's see here. So that's notifications. So, oh, here, I could turn it off over here. I forget with the DeX. How do I turn this off? Actually, it's a good question. There has to be something here to turn it off. Here, exit DeX, right here. So exit DeX, boom. Now I'm back into the regular Samsung mode, yada, yada, yada. I can get the weather. The split screen is handy when you watch an online lecture on one side and take notes on the other side. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And there you can see 100 degrees here in sunny Las Vegas. It's pretty cool, people. So I wonder if this would work on this. This is made for the Lenovo, but I don't think it'll work. I think that's made... Well, it does feel like it wants to stick somewhere. No, it doesn't work. Works on here. All right. So, very good, people. Very good. I'm going to do a lot of testing on it. All right. Let's test the... Oh, we want to test the weight, and then we're going to do the sound, the audio. So let's put it back over here. So just the tablet alone without the pen. Okay. So in kilograms, 0.727 kilograms or 727 grams. And that's in 1 pound, 9.7 ounces or 9.6 ounces. With the pen, that brings it up to 736 grams or 0.737 kilograms. And then if I want to put the whole package together with the keyboard, you're looking at 1201 in terms of grams or 1.201 kilograms, which translates into pounds as being 2 pounds, 10.4 ounces all in. So that's the total travel weight. But of course, that doesn't include the power adapter or the power adapter that doesn't come in the box. That's not included. And the cord, which does come in the box. So that's what you're pretty much looking at. I'll get you full measurements as well. And then just to give you an idea, the same package, but with the Lenovo, which I think is heavier, let's put it into kilograms. So this is all in with the kickstand, the pen, the keyboard cover is 1.5 on the dot, 1.5 kilograms, which of course translates into 3 pounds, 4.9 ounces. So it's a little bit heavier. And then this one, again, with everything, is 2 pounds, 10.4 ounces. So less, it's almost a pound less, or maybe a little less than a pound. If I'm doing math correctly tonight, I'm tired. 1.201 kilograms. So a big difference in terms of weight. Good to see Digital Monkey. Hello to you. PUBG Mobile, 90 frames per second, please. Okay. I'm getting it just to be kind to myself, beautiful device. No, it's absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's do a sound test. As far as the speakers, AKG tuned, they're quad speakers on this, and we'll compare it to the Lenovo. Okay, so let me bring up Epidemic Sound here. So let me put it on me. Let me get it all set up here. Now, it would have been nice to get the other keyboard, but I'm not going to spend, I've already spent enough money. This one came as an incentive to pre-order, I guess, something to that effect when it was announced, so I did order it. Took one for the team as usual. Okay, let me put it back on me for a second. Let me log in. Very, very snappy, very responsive. Okay, so let's do a test here. I'm going to do this one first, and then we'll do this one. Let me get this one set up. Oh, the other thing I like about this is they got a floating keyboard. So this one is a MacBook style floating keyboard. This is not, at least with this one. But I do like that. This is a more sturdy, a more finished product, in my opinion, than the slim one. This is less weight, a little bit more portable than this one, but for productivity, this might be a little bit better. But that's just me. All right, let me set this one up. Okay. So these are here. Let me go here. Okay. So let me so on the left is obviously the Samsung. So let me go to my save sounds. Let me make sure the volume's all the way up. And on this one. Okay, so let me switch microphones and let's get it sound test. Okay, which one did you think sounded better? I thought the Lenovo had a little bit fuller sound, but this sounded pretty sharp. This sounded pretty good. To be honest with you, they both sounded really good. Now, this is what the backs look like, by the way. This is the Samsung. This is the Lenovo. Lenovo has 8 speakers, by the way. Tinny sound on the Samsung, according to Raphael. Yeah, I think it's a little bit more fuller on the Lenovo. Joining late, sound not much different between the two. They both sound really good. Good to see you, William. They both sound really good. So it's just a matter of personal preference. This is a lot heavier with this keyboard cover and everything than this one. You're looking at about a pound more, or maybe a little less than a pound, which can make a difference in your bag. But this one has this slim keyboard. Now, I saw Michael Peppertech. Hope you're doing well. You wish that they'd offered the backlit keyboard for the S9 and the S9 Plus. They only did that for the Ultra. And I don't have the backlit keyboard. I don't have a charger. They didn't give a charger either. But this came as part of the promotion, I guess, when I pre-ordered. I was able to get this. This is a $199 value. That's been pretty good. This one was, I think I paid all in with everything, with this keyboard cover and everything, $1,049. I think it was on sale. And I think it's hard to keep them in stock. They go like hotcakes. So pretty good. So we did the sound test. We did that. They both were pretty good. Okay, so let me know what you think. Is that with Dolby Atmos enabled? So that's a good point. Let me go to the sound settings here. Let me go to the settings here. Sound and vibrations here. And then we'll test it again. So where do I find Dolby? Where do I see all that crap? Let's see here. System sound. So sound, blah, blah, blah. These are all the sounds for the system. Where do I change? Is there a Dolby app, or is there something I need to change? Somebody knows better than me. Let me know. So sound and vibration. So sound, system sound, volume. Let me go to volume. So that's the ringtone. System, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to see here. So I don't know. To be honest, I don't know where it is. Somebody tell me, or is there an app I have to do? Andrew, recommend to me a better Windows laptop than Lenovo 9i. Sujay, the Yoga 9i Pro, maybe? The one I just did? That's coming, by the way. My review on the 14-inch one is coming. But let's stick to topic on here. Is that with Dolby Atmos in it? I don't know. Notification bar. Oh, that's a good, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so here is the notification bar. So Dolby Atmos was not enabled, so we're going to run the test again. So now Dolby Atmos is enabled, and I don't know about this one. So this one, I don't know if they're using Dolby Atmos. Oh, yes, they did. I saw it on the back of the unit, on the underside of the tablet. So how do I enable it on this? Somebody knows, let me know on the Lenovo. So let's see, video reading mode, split screen. Let me see if there's an app here. Dolby Atmos, I don't see it anywhere. All right, whatever. Let's just go run the test again. Okay, and then we can see it. All right, so now that we have that enabled, let's go back over here and let's run the test again. Let's restart it. We got it with and without. All right, let's start it. And then if somebody knows where to turn it on over here, let me know. All right, let's switch switch microphones. Yeah, I think it's a little fuller on this. I think it's because of the 8 speakers makes a little bit more of a difference. I think a fuller sound. It sounds really good with the Dolby Atmos enabled. A little bit different maybe. Samsung sounds muffled and bad according to Sujay. I don't agree. I think it sounded good. It sounded a little bit better. That's my opinion. Should I bring out the iPad Pro, the 11-inch? See how that sounds? I don't know if I want to do it. You'd let me know. Lenovo, according to Michael Pepper Tech, sounds fuller and clearer separation between the bass and the treble. Keep in mind, Michael, this does have 8 speakers. This has quad speakers, so half the amount of speakers, which doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better. It's how they tune it, the science that goes into it. But the bottom line is, I think this has a fuller sound. That's just my opinion. Lenovo sounds better. According to William, the Samsung sounds flat and tinny. All right. Coming up. Oh, actually, I meant to do this one. Not that one.
Sexy time. Sexy time.
Not that one. That one's okay. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Anyway, neither here nor there. iPad Pro will demolish. Should I bring it out? Should I bring out the iPad Pro? Let's put that to the side for now. Hold on. Let me go get it. Okay. So this is the iPad Pro 11-inch with the M2. Let me clean it. It's going to be filthy. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Let me go here. Okay, I'm going to load in my Epidemic sound. Just give me a second. And it's all dirty, the keyboard. I use it a lot. Okay, so let me go to my saved files here. Save like sounds. Okay, there we go. Go there. All right, so let's rewind this. Let's start with this one, and then we'll go to this one. Well, that's a tough one. I don't know. Again, this is a smaller one. The bigger one I have upstairs, but that's the one with the prior to the M series chips. It's, I think, from 2018. I think the Gen 3. That one has some great speakers. So I don't know, to be honest, which I think maybe this one a little bit. But again, I don't know. You tell me. They both sounded really good. This one, the back here, the Lenovo sounded great. So Zell said the iPad Pro sounded better. Consider this is an 11-inch versus a 14.6-inch. So that would be pretty impressive that this is even in the conversation. The fact that this is superior even would not surprise me. I feel the iPad Pro is pleasant sounding, and Samsung is a little noise. I don't know why Samsung will sound better without Dolby Atmos. I don't know. Next to the iPad, the Samsung sounds louder, like a kid's toy, cheap and tinny. Next to the iPad, the Samsung sounds louder and so it's louder, but not as rich or as full is what I'm taking from that. All right, well, that's pretty interesting. All right, we did a lot today, folks. We got a look and unboxed, of course, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. We compared it to the Tab Extreme from Lenovo back there. You can see it back there. You got the iPad Pro M2. And then, of course, this brand new Samsung. So looking pretty good. We had a pretty nice turnout. Also, we have 87 of you watching. So that has been pretty good. So I think we're going to stop it here. I don't know if we're going to go on. It's already been an hour and 9 minutes. But let me know if you think we should, take a few more questions. I will. And then we'll wrap it up. Is there anything else you want me to test within reason? We did the sound test. We looked at the cameras. Just to get a glimpse of it, and it's really impressive. And then we also did we did a Geekbench test with some very impressive single multi-core performance. And Michael Pepper loves the iPad Pro 2 as well, the 11-inch, which is the one right here. Love how you test against things others may not. I just call it like I see it. I bought this iPad Pro, I bought this Samsung, and I bought the Lenovo. So nothing here is sent over by any of those brands. By the way, I have a very good relationship with Lenovo. Samsung is hit or miss with them, with my relationship with them. Right now, it looks like it's a miss. I will watch the replay of this. Bye. Take care, William. I have a lot of good stuff coming, so stay tuned. I'll see you next time. But yeah, so that's a pretty interesting dynamic here as far as tablets. I will do head-to-head in the upcoming review. So don't worry, that's all coming. I see we have another super chat from our good friend Tim Shadler. Great job as always. Appreciate it. I appreciate you, my friend. And I think that's the time to sound the music. But we'll take one more question here from Michael. How's the reflectivity of the display compared to Lenovo and the brightness? Brightness, by the way, if we want to talk a little bit about it, the brightness has been very good. I have a lot of lights here. If you put a glass screen protector on the tab, will the fingerprint scanner still work? I didn't test the fingerprint scanner. That was the other thing. I did set up the face recognition, so that's one thing I still want to do. Is it under the glass on this? I'm assuming it is. But somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I'm sure the replay, since I was late, I was seriously considering the Ultra. Yeah, Abraham, take a look at it. What is the difference, by the way, between Windows 11? I'm not going to get into that now. That's a Windows question. We'll save that for another live stream. 6 Maxwell 99's late, but we'll catch it later. Yes, I will keep this up as a replay. All right. A lot of reflectivity in my studio, but yes, it is a reflective display, but not so bad. Not as bad as the Galaxy Book laptops I saw this year. So this might be a little bit better. We're going to talk more about that very soon. Let's cue the music. I want to thank the moderators for doing such a great job today. For everybody who gave via the Super Chat today, I really appreciate your support. Really goes a long way. We had a nice turnout here and a little bit of a surprise unboxing, but yes, it is good to have you all here. I have a lot of products here, so stay tuned. Next up in review, I've got the Lenovo Yoga Pro 9i 14.5-inch version. That should be coming. I'm shooting for tomorrow, but it might be the day after, but just bear with me. Really good one, by the way. Got the ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3. I got the Dell Inspiron 7620, the Dell Inspiron Plus 7620, all that jazz. I'll see you next time, people. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, or wherever the hell you are. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.